Welcome to Make It Happen. Today's episode are 3 tips and ideas you can do today to invest in your business to help it grow. I'm excited to share with you the 3 tips that I think every business owner needs to be thinking about, and whether you're a small business or a big business and everything in between, make sure you tune in for today's 3 top tips. It covers the Pick My Brain, but make sure you stay tuned to the end because we have some really fun things happening in my favorite things. And I am kind of laughing already sharing with you some of the things that are currently my favorites, but you don't want to miss them. Welcome to Make It Happen. Today's Pick My Brain is actually becoming today's episode. So we're going to meld both our topic of conversation today with a question from one of my clients, Heather Gibson. She is a pet breeder and also is one of the top-ranked salesmen in the pottery organization. And she sent me this question that I could not figure out how to talk about in a succinct 3 to 5 minutes. And I know sometimes I can go longer than that, but it actually will give us a really great foundation for today's episode, and we're going to spend a little extra time. So she says, what are the top ways I can invest in making my business grow? And we could probably actually do all day on this, but today I want to share with you 3 things that you can do right now that will help you make an investment in your business and will help your business grow. Now, I am not talking about financial investments. I am not a financial planner. I am not an accountant. I'm not a CPA. And so I'm not going to talk about financial things in that way. But if you are going to invest in your business with your time or with your resources, here are the 3 things that I would do today, whether you are just getting started or if you have an established business that you want to grow. These work in any size business. And you know, I love the phrase by Brendon Burchard that says, don't let your small business make you small-minded. So today's conversation is all about investing in your business to help it grow, whether you're a team of 1 or a team of 10 to help it thrive. Number 1, first and foremost, and I've mentioned it before, but I have to mention it here, building your home court advantage is your number 1 responsibility as a business owner or as a marketer for the organization that you represent. Your home court advantage is what makes you the most money. Now, I use this as an analogy, but you can all imagine it going to a game, a basketball game where you are there cheering on the home team. There are lights, there is music, there are fans that have paid to be there and they're wearing the t-shirt. The home court advantage of that game means that there is energy in that arena that is helping the home team have everything that they need and being set up to succeed. Now, that doesn't mean that they win all the time, but it does mean that the environment is set up for them to succeed in the best way possible. And the poor visiting team, they don't have very many fans and they don't have people wearing their shirt. And the energy is different. You just know that you're the visitor. When you're building a business, your most important job is to maintain a home court advantage. And for you, that is 3 things. Number 1, a retail location, if you have it. If you have a business location or an office where people come, your retail location is part of your home court advantage where you can show the design, the look and feel, everything that you want to do from the second that people walk into the building to know what your brand is and about, and if it is for them. The second is your website. So whether you have a physical location or not, your website serves as an extension of your home court advantage. And does your look and feel and your brand match your message and the kind of information that you're trying to put out into the world to help your business thrive and shine? And so make sure that your website has clear messaging, clear branding, that it's showcasing the kind of business that you want to have, whether that's professional or casual or everything in between. Your website is an essential part of your home court advantage. And third, but certainly not last or least, is your lists. Whether that's an email list, a text message list, a mailing address list. Your list is actually the gold mine in your business, and investing in this particular part of your home court advantage is where I would make your number 1 priority in 2022. Invest in building your lists. Grow your email list. Grow your text messaging list if you have one. Grow your mailing list. I am doing a lot with clients right now in 2022 on mailing campaigns. That doesn't mean that's the only thing we're doing, but we are mailing postcards or letters or boxes to specific companies, actual physical packages as part of their campaigns. And of course, they're doing other things online and off as well. but they're sending physical mailings, getting in front of their clients, getting in front of potential partners and business operators. They're getting in front of podcast guests and media platforms by using direct marketing, and that is not dead. So build that list. Always be gathering email addresses, always be gathering mailing addresses. And if you can invest in this area, what that probably looks like is taking a budget and investing in advertising that brings people to your home court or a landing page where you are gathering email address information. Maybe you go to an event and you are gathering mailing addresses and text messages that you can utilize and follow up with people after the event. There are so many different ways you can grow and build your email lists, but I just need you to be thinking about how you can invest in this area that will bring your business forward. And it could or should probably include some of your marketing budget for this year. What would that look like? How can you invest? I tell all of my clients this year that each of them need to have an email opt-in lead magnet once a quarter at the very minimum, something that they can give away online in exchange for information that is valuable to a customer and specifically to their target market. Some of them are investing in a video series. Some are investing in simply an ebook or a checklist. And some of them are offering live events or telesummits in exchange for getting emails. But they are focused on what their lead magnets are going to be each quarter and growing their email list because you will always have them. I'm a broken record in this department, but at any moment, Facebook can change the game. And I expect in 2022 for Facebook to change the game pretty significantly as they move into Meta and for the augmented reality and everything else they're doing. The way that social media looks today will be different than the way social media looks in a year. And I'm going to talk about that in a future episode. But I need you to be thinking about the ways that you're building your home court, your list, your people where they can find your information from you without having to go to any other platform. When you choose to go play on Facebook or Instagram or Meta or TikTok or anything else, you are playing as a visiting team. They are playing the rules for their likes, for their algorithm, for their growth. And at any time, and they can and they will, they could choose to cancel your platform, cancel your message, or even just have a post that doesn't do very well, even if it's your best content. When it's your list and your home court, you get to share the messages, you get to send whatever you want, you get to make sure the branding is clear. So investing in your home court advantage is the number one, and specifically working on building your lists for 2022 and then nurturing those audiences. It's one thing to build the list. It's another thing to actually nurture and keep those campaigns going. So don't just build lists for vanity metrics to say that you now have 10,000 people on your list or 100,000, whatever it is your goal, that is your goal. But actually follow up with them. Have consistent email management processes for you or your assistant or your marketing team to make sure that you're constantly nourishing that list with powerful information so that at any given moment, if you need to or want to sell, that list has been primed for you. Build your platform, grow your list, whether you are in a service-based business or a product-based business. Growing your list should be your number one investment in 2022 and beyond. Now, the second thing that I would do to invest in my business this year is video. The last episode that I did with Tyler McCullough is a great resource. If you are building your business in 2022, it needs to include video in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to encourage you to go back and watch that entire episode because we go deep in short form content and how to utilize each individual platform and what to focus on. But in this section right here, I want to give you a couple of tips that I think will be helpful in moving forward with video today. Number one, use what you have already. I watch clients all the time be paralyzed by wanting to set up a nice studio or wanting to buy the best camera or equipment. And the reality is that your cell phone has really great technology right now. And if that's one place you want to upgrade, I recently upgraded to the next version of my phone just for the camera capability so I could do the kind of video that I need above and beyond what happens inside a studio. But use what you have right now. If you want to grab a quick light kit, I just have a really simple light that I can link to you. I don't buy 4 lights. I just have one that I set up that also has a stand for my phone when I'm just doing quick little videos. It costs me less than $50 to do that, but begin with what you have and get started. Just start taking video and look around, see what other people are doing. but you might be surprised about what you can offer to your audience if you are clear about who your target market is, what you want to say, and how you want to grow and your connection with your audience based off of video. One of the reasons why video is so valuable right now is because every social media platform is putting greater emphasis on video in some way, shape, or form. From Reels to short form entertaining TikTok videos, and on Facebook Live and LinkedIn Live, they're all doing some type of video. Figure out what that platform is doing and then do what they are putting an emphasis on, and you'll find greater success. When I'm talking about investing here, I'm not necessarily saying invest in a huge studio. I'm saying invest your time to do a little research and invest your time in doing regular content. I was recently rereading the book Traffic Secrets by Russell Brunson, and he suggests that you should get on a platform and create a video every single day for a year. Every day for a year. And if that sounds like a lot of video, it is. But his point is that often people won't find you until after the 100th episode. And which is also awesome because when you're just getting started, your first videos are terrible. Okay, my first videos are terrible. If you want to feel good about yourself, if you're watching me on YouTube right now, just go click back. Find my earliest videos from a decade ago where I have propped up some sort of mismatched technology and tried to make the background look good. And it doesn't matter what I'm saying because it's tragic. I might even be walking back and forth to go turn the button on and turn it off. Just get started. Your first videos aren't going to be great, but in the process, you're going to find your voice. In the process, you're going to fine tune your target market. In the process, you're going to decide which messages are the most important for you. And whether you decide you're going to go live every single day, just like Russell Brunson style, or if you're just going to go once a week, podcast, consistent show format, the most important thing you can do in video is be consistent. Create consistent content, put it out consistently, and work through it as you go. I've made a lot of changes in the way that I do videos over the years. I've done short informational videos. I've done a show. I've done just popping up and opening my phone every day. Just get started, and then you'll figure out what kind of rhythm and groove works for you. But video is not going anywhere. It is not dead. It's going to continue to be an important part of marketing, and this is a place that I would invest in 2022. Number 3, if you were to invest in your business, and right now I'm kind of going to talk to the small business owners and the solo entrepreneurs for just a minute. If you are in a different place in your business, stick around because I still think this information is going to be helpful for you. But if you have a place you want to invest, I am going to suggest that you invest in building your team. Your ability to be able to grow in your business is in direct proportion with the ability you are able to grow your team. Now, I'm not saying that you have to have a team member in order to thrive, but you can do a little bit more if you have somebody doing the things that you shouldn't be doing so that you can focus on revenue generating activities. For a long time, I held myself back in my business because I thought I could either do it better, which I probably could, or I could do it faster than someone else. And at the same time, when I finally relinquished certain tasks in my business, I was able to dedicate my time to the things and the tasks that mattered the most, and my revenue was able to increase. My assistants work for me and do all of the things that I don't have to do. I live by the principle that I learned in the book, The 1 Minute Manager Meets the Monkey by Ken Blanchard, where he talks about everything in your organization needs to be done at the lowest possible level in your company that matches education, skill level, and pay. And so if you as the boss or owner are doing simple things like shipping product that somebody else could be doing, and yes, you might be able to do it faster or even better than they can, you are limiting your ability to invest in the right things in your business so that you can grow and develop the way that you can and should. My videographer who's behind the camera right now, Tyler McCullough, who I absolutely love and appreciate for all the work that he does for me at Cardinal Red Productions, was recently talking about how he is in a place where he's ready to grow. And part of me is like, oh no, you can have them do things for other people, but not for me. And yet I also know that that's the right thing for him to do in his business, even if that means my business changes a little. In order for him to be able to expand and develop, that is a good next move. He's filled his schedule and he's ready to grow. If you are ready to grow and fill your schedule, then have someone else help you with those tasks. Even if you're paying them $15 an hour as an assistant, do what you can. And my assistants don't work for me full time. In fact, a lot of my assistants are contractors. Some of them only work 5 hours a week for me, but they're the right people in the right places doing the right tasks. Now, if you want to talk more about utilizing assistants, I've actually created an episode that goes in a lot greater detail. I will link that in the show notes so that you can go and find it. But if you're wanting to grow your business and you don't know where to start, that episode is going to be a great resource for you. Everything from how to hire to how to train, and then what to inevitably do when they move on and you have to hire someone else. All of those resources are available for you. Today, we've talked about 3 key principles, and we can go deep into them in other places. But if you're looking at areas to invest in your business, first start by thinking about how you can grow and expand your home court advantage, specifically how you can build your lists where you can nurture your leads over time and convert people from strangers to followers to raving fans. The second thing that we talked about is investing in video and doing whatever's next for you. Maybe you are ready to move beyond a phone and you want to invest in a camera. Whatever it is, take the next step to get you to the next level of video marketing for you and your business. And finally, find ways to grow and expand and utilize other people's strengths and resources so that you can focus on the things that are most important. Heather, thank you for this great question. If you have a question that you'd like to send in, you can send it to Pick My Brain through Michelle@speakmichelle.com. Put Pick My Brain in the subject line. And sometimes they will just be quick little segments here on Make It Happen. And sometimes they are so inspiring, I turn them into full episodes. Heather, thank you for your thoughts and comments. I can't wait to hear what you're going to send me next and Pick My Brain. I am excited to share with you a few of my favorite things. I have this group of business friends where we get together and talk about everything from business to religion and everything in between. And for the holidays, we got together and did a gift exchange, and I was a hot mess, kind of like I am today, and I was not prepared. And so it was late January when I finally gave everyone their gifts that I got before Christmas, but just didn't see them before then. Anyway, and I got this gift, and it was one of those things where I just second guessed myself. I was like, this is either the best or it is the worst, and it is going to be at everyone's white elephant gift exchange in 2022. But it turns out it was the best. Let me introduce you to the Joel Olsteen Affirmation Cube. Okay, I was going to bring the box up and I have no idea what it's actually called, but you can choose to have Joel Olsteen give you daily inspiration, a sermon, daily affirmations, or just hit the favorites button and then it comes up. But it is so great. It is like a little dose of love right there. I declare
you are blessed, you are prosperous, you are redeemed, forgiven, talented, creative, disciplined, focused, confident, secure, prepared.
This one is called You Are Blessed.
I declare
I can't turn off now, okay?
You are.
But you can just hit it and you can go. My friends have been sending me pictures about how they're using it. One of them keeps it in her kitchen, and while she's making dinner, she listens to Joel Olsteen. Another one started listening to it, and then her daughters picked it up, and they're young. They're like from 2 to 12. And she goes into the playroom and they've got Joel sitting in the middle of the playroom, giving them sermons while they play. Now, Joel and I have different faiths. We are not of the same religion, yet we're both Christian. And so I always reach to him. I love his energy. I love his insights. And so this has become a fun find. And if you work at Deseret Book, we need one of these for President Nelson and general conference talks. I mean, this is the next big thing. And you think it's going to be crap, but the sound quality is actually amazing. And then you also think, oh, I don't need this. I have everything on my phone. But then you have to fumble. Like, it takes me 15 minutes to find something on that I want to listen to on my phone. Not this. Sermon. Ready to go. Push a button and it's there. It's amazing. I spent way too long talking about the Joel Olsteen Cube, but if you need one, it is linked in the show notes. Okay. I always like to share a treat, which is funny because Joel, when he's giving a sermon, he's like, I like to start with something funny. I like to tell you about a treat. And I am often accused of only sharing garbage, okay? Gas station trash that nobody eats. So for those of you like healthy people out there that are still trying to keep your New Year's resolutions, you need to know about JoJo's. They call themselves guilt-free chocolate. This particular one has less than a gram of sugar, and it actually still tastes pretty good. They use great dark chocolate, and then they often have either some sort of flavor on top. This one has pistachios and raspberries and other nuts, or they have some with soft fillings. I love the peanut butter one. They have another coconut almond one that I love as well. They also have seasonal ones. So at Christmas time, I got the peppermint pretzel bite ones, and you know how I feel about peppermint because we have talked about peppermint on this show before. They also have pumpkin spice for those of you who are into that in the fall, so you can look for those. JoJo's is delicious. Again, you can get them delivered to your door. It's a Utah company, so I always love to support those who are close by, but they have become a nationwide sensation. So if you're looking for a healthy, sweet treat that's guilt-free, JoJo's is for you. My last favorite thing that I want to share with you, I don't have a copy. I should have bought one just to show you, but I am loving the book, The Everyday Hero Manifesto by Robin Sharma. Now, I have seen Robin Sharma from time to time, and I've just really started to dive into his work, which is just a great reminder that you can be a New York Times bestseller and there can still be people who haven't heard about you. And I just am now into some of his videos, into some other things, but I really love his book. I love his stories. I love the way he tells stories. I highly recommend that you get it on Audible so that you can hear him share the stories of his past, but also share really solid foundational principles that will help you get grounded and rooted. In the day and age that we live in, and maybe just the world that I live in, where so much of what we do is about likes and comments and video views and everything in between, speaking on stages, checks with commas. There's a lot that happens in my industry that is very out there. And this is a man who is talking about how in an out there world, how to still be centered and connected to you and making decisions for the right reasons. Solid advice that is both like just intuitive and just really soul fulfilling for me. So I highly recommend the Everyday Hero Manifesto from Robin Sharma. And these are a few of my favorite things. So how are you going to invest in your business in 2022? You can take one of these 3 tips and run with it, or you can share with me some of the ways that you're planning to invest in your business in 2022. I'd love for you to share in the comments below. What is something that you're working on, or what's one of these tips that you know you want to use and that will help your business grow moving forward? I would love to hear. Keep in touch. You can find me on your favorite social media platforms. And I also hope that you will like and subscribe to this episode and this channel so that you can find out about future episodes when they come. If you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you subscribe there as well. You'll never miss a single episode, and I'll send new tips to you every single week. Thank you for being part of the Make It Happen community, and I am looking forward to next week. Don't miss it. Thanks for being part of Make It Happen.